Hello yesas, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here then just welcome. Hi, my name is Brenda. I do mostly paranormal videos here on my channel, so if that is something that you are interested in, please consider subscribing down below and turn on your post notifications so you do not miss when I post another video like this one. Now with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Alrighty you guys, so as you can tell by today's title, today I am going to be talking to you guys about 3 more paranormal phenomena that have occurred in Mexico. So here I have my script in front of me. Just so you guys know, I will be reading off of an article from Vice that I came across from somebody who they interviewed, and I went ahead and made a script based off of that article, and I added some more things to it that I went ahead and looked up. So let's go ahead and get into it with the very first one, which is the miraculous Fidencio. So just to let you guys know, because I don't think I said this in the last one that I did of this, but this isn't just going to be like about ghosts specifically. This is all kinds of paranormal phenomenon that have happened in Mexico, so it's just going to be a variety of different things, so that way it's a little bit keeps it interesting and it's not just about the same things repeatedly. So alright, let's go ahead and get into this one. El Niño Fidencio is venerated as a saint, divine figure, and a messenger of peace in Mexico. Originally from Guanajuato, Fidencio as Constantino was an exceptional healer and spiritual guide. Blessed with great charisma and powers of persuasion, Fidencio, who was nicknamed El Niño, the child, because of his baby face, managed to form a worship group despite barely being able to read or write. The group still has thousands of followers 50 years after his death. Fidencio practiced healing, both physical and mental, since his youth. In 1921, his fame grew rapidly, and his believers considered him illuminated and a saint, spreading word of his miraculous healings. Years later, President Plutarco Elias Calles visited Fidencio and partook in a ritual involving cast-out roses and pomade. After this, the country-born Fidencio was a figure at national level. Fidencio's activity flourished for more than a decade, and he received hundreds of followers who believed he was capable of miraculous cures, exorcisms, and blessings. However, the exhausting devotion and overwhelming activity affected his health, and in 1935 he showed symptoms of an illness not even he could cure. A few years later, he died. His followers grieved and could not believe their spiritual guide was gone forever. During a celebration of Fidencio's feast day in Mexico, a couple found themselves visiting his former house, which today is a museum dedicated to his memory. They had cameras and took various photos, one of which depicted a room with a painting on the wall. Looking closer, they realized the photo showed a strange face that wasn't present in person. They wondered who it was, so they decided to show the photo to the people in charge of the museum, who proclaimed, "That is the face of El Niño Fidencio." The news traveled among the faithful, who were sure that Fidencio had returned to town, appearing in the painting as a sign that he was still among them. To this day, he is venerated and prayed to throughout the country for his healing powers. Yeah, so I feel like this is one of those guys who they do like a little seminar and they come up and they're like, they pray over whatever area that you are having trouble with or whatever sickness and so on and so forth. But people were like, this guy's legit, and he had a lot of followers and stuff like that. And let me see if there's an actual picture of this piece of art that supposedly had his face on it, because I didn't actually take a look yet. I was like, I'll just put it in post, but let me take a look. Alright, so I did not find an actual picture of this picture that was taken of his house, so I have no idea if they have it somewhere or if it even exists anywhere on the internet. I would have to do some more research after when I'm editing this, and then if I find it, I will obviously post it on here somewhere, but I don't know. But you know, seeing it is not always the only way to believe in something. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue on to our second paranormal phenomenon, which is the Weeping Virgin of Monterey, which I have heard before, and I feel like a lot of other people have too. And there's several like videos people claim either are edited or are real, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead. It says, Mexico is a country of great religious fervor. One of the clearest examples of this is in the case of the Weeping Virgin in Monterey, Navolion. In a house in the Nuevas Colonias subdivision, Ermila Carrasco receives daily visits from believers who come to pray to a framed image of the Virgin Mary. The picture is famous for tears coming out of its eyes, which then slide outside its case in a miraculous way. Paranormal investigators and people close to the church have studied this phenomenon, but no one can explain it. The image was brought from Colombia to Ermila in the 90s. Soon after, tears began to fall, and it was considered a manifestation of divine origin. An aroma of roses accompanies these manifestations, and sometimes when people offer roses to her, sacred images appear on the petals. Faces of Christ or saints suddenly materialize, to the astonishment of believers. On one occasion, the image cried blood, which many believe to be an omen that called for intensification in prayers. Another day, after a prayer session, a worshiper moved closer to the Virgin for a photo. When the photo was developed, she appeared with her eyes closed. It was an event that provoked discomfort among the believers. The Catholic Church remains quiet in regards to the case of the Weeping Virgin of Monterey. It has left the case to evolve on its own, and the believers to express their fervor freely. And that's basically it for that one. So basically the Catholic Church doesn't have anything to say about this. They're just like, I don't know about all of that. And I have seen pictures of this specific Virgin Mary, and then like so many different stories about whether this is a hoax or not, and like whether this is kind of like blasphemy for making this into a hoax for the person who actually owns this Virgin Mary portrait. It's really creepy either way, just because when it comes to like religious figures, like I always get really creeped out when I see it in movies or something where they do something weird with these like figures, like when they turn the crosses upside down, or when they're pushing them off of wherever they are and like shattering them. There's something just that feels very wrong about that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that one, and of course in all of these other ones. And let's go ahead and move along to our last one, our third paranormal phenomenon for today. This one is titled A Brush with Beings from Beyond. Ada Petit-Jean is a painter who also considers herself a medium or channeler with the ability to communicate with entities from beyond, which in turn manifest themselves in her painting. One day early in Ada's career, she was working on a new painting when a spectral face appeared on the canvas out of nowhere. Unsettled, she scrutinized the features, asking herself whether it was a true apparition. It was a diffused human face of very subtle color with two big eyes. At that moment, she felt as if the enigmatic countenance was speaking to her telekinetically. From this point on, she resolved to use the face as the basis for all her work. Her paintings consist of strange faces, both male and female, that express suffering, sadness, and evil. Once Ada accepted her newfound abilities, multiple beings began appearing in her work. On one occasion, 5 different faces appeared, leading Ada to believe she was representing a scene that came from hell itself. She claims that some figures seem to move, as is the case of a depiction in which a small being is trying to escape from the clenched claws of a larger being. Her paranormal experience continues to this day, and she feels satisfied by being an artistic tie to the beyond. And that's basically it for that one. I will be looking at these pictures of her paintings with you guys. I decided to not look that up either when I was going to read from here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those pictures. I don't know how obscure these phenomenons are because I don't see anything. Oh, this one's creepy. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, there's like a few. She does like these watercolor sort of paintings. Oh, they look kind of creepy. You know why I think this type of art's more creepy is because there's no definition to it. So there's like no specific features on the face. It's kind of just like if you were looking at somebody through like a foggy window or something, and that makes it even scarier. So those are some creepy paintings, Ada, but they're like not really too many available, but they're really cool paintings. They're very like watercolory, really cool and super creepy. But I feel like it's one of those things where like maybe she was in the middle of creating something and it kind of ended up looking like a face, and she's like, I'm just gonna go with how this looks. But she said that it appeared out of nowhere, just on the canvas itself. So, you know, I'm gonna just give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say that I believe her. You know, she's just making this art. It doesn't look like she's this huge artist or anything that people from around the world know, because I could barely find her paintings, and like her name doesn't come up here like immediately or anything like that. I actually kind of had to go look around for them, and she only has a few pieces. Maybe she hasn't published all of them online. She just kind of keeps it for herself, especially since this seems to be some kind of communication between her and something from beyond, you know, something either paranormal, like spiritually, or alien like, or something along those lines. But either way, very, very creepy. Let me know your thoughts on all of these. As always, I want to know what you guys think about these. Like, which one was your favorite? Let me know which one creeped you out the most, and just give me your feedback as always, because I really do appreciate that when you guys let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for me today. But before I do end today's video, today's comment shout out goes to this person right here. Thank you so much for leaving a nice comment. As always, I really do appreciate it, and it makes my day. And if you want to be the next comment shout out, all you have to do is leave me a nice comment down below, and that is it. Alright, and that's going to be it. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. Hopefully I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to stay safe and be kind. Bye bye.